You're watching DX Recaps, the place where we break down movies fast, clear, and spoiler-packed. Whether you missed it, forgot it, or just want a quick refresh, we've got you covered. Let's get into the story. The film begins with a man named Biggie showing a shipping container full of drugs to a gang of dealers. In exchange for selling the pill, the dealers get it for free. One man named Newt asks what it's called. Biggie replies, "This is power." Next, we meet a young girl named Robin. She's rapping while examining the power pill when two hooligans pull up on her turf. She confronts them, pretending to have a gun behind her back. They call her bluff, and a third man sneaks up from behind, attacking her. They beat her up and steal her pills. Suddenly, a man named Frank drives up on a motorcycle. He's a cop. One of the kids reaches for a pill, but Frank quickly draws his pistol. As the kid prepares to swallow it, Frank warns that he doesn't know what power he'll get, and there's a chance it could kill him. After a tense standoff, Frank manages to snatch the pill away. He only has one handcuff, which he uses to restrain Robin, but then lets her go. Turns out, he's been buying power from her. With criminals turning to the drug, he's been using it himself to level the playing field. Before leaving, Frank tells her that the bike he rode in on is a late birthday gift for her. Then we cut to a man named Art walking through a rundown apartment building with a gun in his hand. He knocks on a door, and Newt opens it, holding a gun. Art tells him to call his boss and say that the major is here. While Newt runs off to make the call, Art slips a string through the door chain and unlocks it. Inside, he finds a wrecked home, with holes in the floor and even a pet alligator. Art discovers Newt rummaging through burner phones. Newt eyes a pistol, but Art tells him not to try it. A brief fight breaks out before Newt runs into the bathroom. His phone rings outside, and Art picks it up. Inside the bathroom, Newt takes a power pill. Within moments, flames erupt from his body as he gains fire powers. Now burning and enraged, Newt attacks. Art narrowly dodges his fiery strikes and shoots him in the chest, which only makes Newt angrier. He pops 3 more pills, making his flames even more intense. The chase continues into the apartment below, where an angry resident throws water on Newt, weakening him. Art takes the chance to set up a trap, catching Newt in his wet jacket before submerging him in a bathtub. He demands to know who Newt's supplier is. Gasping for air, Newt mutters the name, Biggie, before suddenly exploding from an overdose. During the blast, Art has a flashback. His daughter, Tracy, was taken from him after a car accident. The next morning, Robin wakes up and sees the news about the explosion at her cousin Newt's apartment. Her mom, Irene, tells her to check on him. At school, Robin texts about Newt during class, earning a scolding from her strict teacher. He embarrasses her in front of everyone by revealing her low grades and asking about her future. Her friend mentions her dream of becoming a rapper. The teacher challenges her to prove she's got talent, and if she does, he'll pass her with a C. In her imagination, she performs a confident rap, but in reality, she gets sent to the principal's office instead. Meanwhile, Art pretends to be Newt and sets up a meeting with one of his contacts. At the same time, Frank responds to a robbery in progress. It's a hostage situation, and one of the suspects claims he was hit by a ghost. 2 men in black suits arrive and try to take over, but Frank refuses to back down. He swallows a power pill and sets a timer for 5 minutes. Inside, he encounters the robber, a man who can camouflage like a chameleon. Frank fires a shot, but the man vanishes and flees onto a bus. When he opens his stolen money bag, a dye pack explodes, covering him in pink paint. Now visible, the man tries to fight back. Frank gets shot, but the bullets bounce off. His power is bulletproof skin. He quickly recovers and takes the criminal down. Afterward, Frank's boss confronts him for using the drug. Frank admits it, and he's stripped of his badge and gun. However, the police chief secretly gives him another chance. Capture the man behind the drug, Art, the major. At a diner, Art waits for the person he texted earlier, not knowing it's Robin. Hours pass before she shows up, knocking on the bathroom door, calling for Newt. Art realizes she's who he's been searching for. When she leaves, she finds her bike tires slashed and starts walking home. Art ambushes her, knocking her out and locking her in his car trunk. While he drives, Frank tries calling Robin, asking for more pills. Art takes her to an abandoned warehouse. She struggles and yells, but he tries to calm her down. After some argument, she admits that she sells power. Art shows her a photo of Biggie, but she says she doesn't know him. Meanwhile, Biggie meets with his boss, Dr. Gardner, and a woman connected to South American cartels. They discuss how the pills could be used to overthrow governments, not just make money. Back in the car, Robin secretly texts Frank for help, but Art notices and tells her to focus. He makes her call a number from Newt's phone. The voice on the line tells her to go to Hong Kong Market and ask for alligator wine. They arrive, and Robin goes inside, with Art following her. When she asks about alligator wine, she's led to a back room. Meanwhile, Art distracts a man by pretending to shop for hot sauce. Robin tells the man inside that the guy who killed Newt is here. The man swallows a pill and locks her in before confronting Art. A violent fight breaks out. Robin is trapped inside a room attached to a truck, which suddenly drives off. Bullets tear through the walls as she takes cover. Art fights fiercely and, despite being wounded, manages to survive. When the gunfire stops, he looks through a bullet hole and sees Robin, alive but terrified. He rescues her, though he's bleeding and disoriented, mistaking her for his daughter. Together, they hide in a locker room and find a computer setup that shows a plan for a public demonstration of power. Art explains that the drug is government-funded and being tested on people in New Orleans. Seeing how badly injured he is, Robin runs out to find help. The man from before tries to stop her, but Art bursts in and kills him, saving her life once again. Art collapses as Robin prepares to break down the door. He begs her for help and even offers her money. After some hesitation, she agrees. Time passes, and we see Robin stitching Art's wounds at the vet's office where her mom works. They become friends, and she even teaches him some of her rap skills. Meanwhile, Frank checks Robin's text and goes to her house. When he arrives, he finds the same men in black suits from before threatening Irene, Robin's mom. They warn her that things will get bad if Robin doesn't show up soon. Frank sneaks in through the bathroom window and quickly comes up with a clever plan. He takes off his shirt, wets his hair, and walks out pretending to be Irene's boyfriend. He jokes about shampoo and acts casual, which confuses everyone. Frank then tells them that Robin sent him while giving Irene a quick kiss to make the act look real. He even accuses the men of being racist for not believing they could be a couple, which makes them uncomfortable. He starts recording on his phone, and the men decide to leave. After explaining things quickly to Irene, Frank runs after the men's truck and sticks Irene's phone, wrapped in duct tape, to it so he can track them. While Frank follows the truck, Art and Robin drive to a demonstration. During the drive, Art tells Robin that he was experimented on while in the military. They radiated his cells, and because of that, his daughter was born with powers. The government took her away, and now he's trying to get her back. When they arrive, Art spots one of the men from the computer earlier. He secretly steals the keys to the man's bike and gives them to Robin. Art then follows the man into the event. To blend in, he buys a beer from a homeless man and pretends to be drunk, which helps him get inside easily. Inside, he finds Biggie giving a demonstration to wealthy investors. Biggie explains that the power pill can unlock animal-like powers in humans. A woman steps into a glass container and takes a pill. She gains the ability to control ice, or as he calls it, thermal regulation. They increase the heat to test her powers. Meanwhile, Frank sneaks in but is spotted by a guard, who attacks him brutally. Frank barely survives. Art finally walks into the main room and secretly points his gun at Biggie while pretending to be calm. Suddenly, someone finds the dead guard, and panic spreads through the room. Guns are drawn from all sides as Art holds Biggie hostage. The cartel woman tells Art that he can take Biggie, they only want the pills. Suddenly, one of the men swallows a pill and reveals his power. He starts glowing. Chaos erupts, and a huge shootout begins. The woman in the container freezes to death as power goes out, while everyone else fights violently. In the end, only Art and Biggie are left standing. Art shows him the photo from earlier, but Biggie acts like he doesn't know anything. Art shoots off Biggie's fingers to make him talk. Frank suddenly appears and orders Art to stand down. Art pretends to surrender, but then Biggie attacks. That's when we learn how Biggie got his nickname. He grows huge and monstrous. Art shoots nearby gas tanks, causing a massive explosion that blows Biggie into pieces. Frank arrests Art, but Robin is upset and begs him to listen. Art tells her to go home. As they drive away, Robin sees the man from the photo and secretly follows him. Inside the car, Art warns Frank that this whole operation is being controlled by someone higher up. They're testing these power pills on humans. Frank's captain then radios him, telling him to stay put instead of bringing Art in. Proving Art was right, Frank decides to help him. Art asks if he has any pills left. Later, armed men surround their car, but Frank has vanished. Robin arrives at the dock where a ship is preparing to leave with Art on board. Frank appears behind her and tells her to stay hidden and keep watch. He takes a pill and goes inside. Meanwhile, Art faces Dr. Gardner, who talks proudly about being a pioneer in this project. Art tells her to shove it in a sent below deck. Frank fights his way through guards, while Robin sneaks onto the ship by riding on a vehicle. Frank and Robin meet in the control room and see Art on the security cameras. Frank tells Robin to keep watch as he goes after Art. Robin spots Art's daughter, Tracy, but loses communication when their earpieces break. She uses the ship's intercom to shout motivational words at Frank while he fights a stretchy guard. With Robin's help, Frank defeats the Elastic Man. When he enters the control room, Robin is gone. She's gone to rescue Tracy herself. Meanwhile, Art reveals his secret. His power comes from the pistol shrimp, an animal that can snap its claws so fast it creates shockwaves as hot as the sun. He's been hiding a pill in his mouth this whole time. He swallows it and, with Frank's help, kills a massive guard by blasting a hole through his chest. Robin finds Tracy, and they all head to the deck. Art is finally reunited with his daughter. As they try to escape on a lifeboat, they are stopped by another enhanced soldier, a Wolverine-like man. Art and Robin stay behind to fight him and defeat him together. They head toward the lifeboat, but Robin gets caught by the enemies. Art gives them one last warning, then swallows the final pill he's been saving. He unleashes his full power, destroying everything around him in a blinding explosion of heat and energy. When the destruction ends, Art collapses. Robin runs to him, and Tracy uses her healing power to save his life. They escape together on the lifeboat. Later, Frank exposes the truth to the public, and Robin finally follows her dream of becoming a rapper. Her song plays on the radio as the story ends. And that's a wrap on today's recap. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a plot twist. Got a movie you want recapped? Drop it in the comments below. This is DX Recaps. See you in the next one.